Good morning. Welcome to the news bulletin at this hour. This is Sudarshana for today's news. The headlines. Road accident in Coimbatore district, 10 killed, several injured. Allahabad High Court directs FIR against Rahul Gandhi. Government debunks fake video on income tax clearance certificate for travel. Australia welcomes reopening of Strait of Hormuz, calls move positive. Iran rejects US President claim of agreement to transfer enriched uranium to US. The news in detail. In Tamil Nadu, campaigning is in full swing with political parties intensifying their outreach ahead of the assembly election. AIADMK General Secretary Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, campaigning in Salem, accused the DMK government of spreading false information on delimitation. Meanwhile, DMK leader and Deputy Chief Minister Udayanithi Stalin held public meeting in Coimbatore, highlighting the party's manifesto assurances. The BJP leader K. Annamalai and MLA Vanathi Srinivasan today released a report on a model of constituency governance for Coimbatore South. Speaking to the media, Mr. Annamalai said that 11 schemes implemented during Mrs. Srinivasan's tenure as MLA were assessed by a Delhi-based think tank, the Civic Policy Forum. He also unleashed misuse of government facilities by the ruling DMK while highlighting various initiatives related to women welfare, mental health, drinking water, ATMs and maternal health. TVK leader and former AIADMK Minister Sengottayan criticized AIADMK General Secretary Edappadi K. Palaniswamy, while PMK leader Anbumani Ramadas, campaigning in Vellore, said there was no social justice under the DMK government and called for change. CPI leader Shanmugam, canvassing for his party, said that actors cannot provide stable governance. In Tamil Nadu, 10 people were killed and several others were injured after a van, while negotiating the mountain road, rolled down the hill in Coimbatore district. The accident occurred near the ninth hairpin bend on the Valparai Gut road. The injured have been admitted to nearby hospitals for treatment. 16 people from Kerala were in the van when the incident took place. In Kerala, the health department has set up special heat stroke clinics at major hospitals across the state amid rising temperatures and a recent spike in sunstroke cases. Health Minister Veena George said a comprehensive heat action plan has been put in place, ensuring the availability of cooling equipment and essential medicines. The department has advised the public to avoid direct exposure to sunlight between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and to take adequate precautions against heat-related illnesses. People working outdoors have been asked to reschedule their duties to early morning or evening hour. Meanwhile, the Indian Meteorological Department has issued a yellow alert for hot and humid conditions in the state. Maximum temperatures are likely to touch 40 degrees Celsius in Palakkad and 39 degrees Celsius in Kollam. The Lucknow bench of Allahabad High Court in Uttar Pradesh today directed the registration of first information report against the Congress MP from Raebareli and leader of the opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, in the dual citizenship case. A single bench of Justice Subhash Vidyarthi observed that the claims made against Rahul Gandhi required examination and directed the Uttar Pradesh government to either conduct the investigation itself or refer the matter to the central agency. The direction came on a petition filed by a BJP worker, S. Vignesh Shishir, who challenged a 28th of January order of a special MP MLA court in Lucknow. The lower court had rejected his plea seeking registration of an FIR against the Congress MP, stating that it was not competent to decide issues relating to citizenship. The complaint was initially filed before a special MP MLA court in Raebareli on 17th of December last year. The High Court transferred the matter to Lucknow. Following the dismissal of his plea by the Lucknow court, the petitioner approached the High Court. The government has debunked a video circulating on social media claiming that all citizens must obtain an income tax clearance certificate every time before leaving the country. The fact-check unit of the Press Information Bureau has informed that the claim is fake. The unit added that tax clearance certificates are not mandatory for everyone and they are only required for specific individuals under certain legal circumstances. Australia has welcomed the reported reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and said it would consider requests to deploy military assets to help secure shipping in the region. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called Iran's announcement allowing commercial vessels through the strait during a ceasefire in Lebanon a positive move, but said the situation remains fragile. Energy Minister Chris Bowen said Australia has increased its fuel reserves, holding about 46 days of petrol, 31 days of diesel, and 30 days of jet fuel. Iran has rejected claims by US President Donald Trump that it has agreed to transfer its enriched uranium to the United States, with its foreign minister strongly dismissing the assertion. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghi said Tehran would not allow such a move under any circumstances. His remarks come after US President Donald Trump has said that Iran has agreed to everything in ongoing talks with the United States, including a plan to jointly remove enriched uranium from Iran and transport it to the US. In a separate statement, Baghi also criticized comments by US officials regarding the Strait of Hormuz, describing them as a contradictory in a sign of desperation and helplessness. Before we end the news, the headline again. Road accident in Coimbatore district, 10 killed, several injured. Allahabad High Court directs FIR against Rahul Gandhi. Government debunk fake video on income tax clearance certificate for travel. Australia welcomes reopening of Strait of Hormuz, calls move positive. Iran rejects US President claim of agreement to transfer enriched uranium to US. That's all from this news desk. Thanks for joining with us. Have a good day.